Hey, welcome back to the lecture. So in previous lecture, we completed this topic, parameters to consider while selecting the microcontroller. Now in this lecture, I'm going to take you to the ST Microelectronics website, and there we are going to see the portfolio of ST Microelectronics. Okay, so let's start with this lecture now. So just go to the ST Microelectronics, and inside product you have to go to microcontrollers and microprocessor. And if you see here, ST Microelectronics also have the 8-bit controller in their portfolio, and also the 32-bit controller. But we are mainly focusing on the 32-bit ARM architecture based controller. So I'm going to click on this one. Okay. So if you see here from this image, you will understand the entire portfolio of the ST Microelectronics. So we will spend some time here, and actually there are a lot of controllers which are manufactured by ST Microelectronics, and many times the question comes to newbies' mind that which controller should be used for the application. Okay, so they have mainly classified their portfolio in wireless, then ultra low power, mainstream, and high performance. So in brief, I will tell you like which family is more suitable for what kind of application. Okay, so first of all, I will start from this wireless family. Whenever it comes to a wireless application, actually this is a first of kind controllers which are manufactured or designed by the ST Microelectronics, and this type of controllers I think are not produced by other manufacturers. So what they have done, they have created a controller, and in those controller itself, they have provided the facility of wireless protocols. For example, Bluetooth is there, Bluetooth, then Zigbee, okay, and Thread. So these are some of the protocols which is supported by this family, STM32WL. So if you have an application where you need Bluetooth, Zigbee, or Thread, any one out of them, then straight away you can go and select a controller from this family, STM32WL. Okay, so with that you are going to get the Bluetooth stack and the Zigbee and then Thread. Okay, along with that you will also get all the features of controller in the same IC. Okay, so what you have to do, the controller will be there. You just if you want to use a Bluetooth, then you just have to connect the Bluetooth antenna on a specific pin of that particular microcontroller. That's it. Okay, and the hardware for the Bluetooth, Zigbee, and Thread is already integrated inside the same IC. So whenever it comes to Bluetooth, Zigbee, and Thread, you have to think about this family straight away. Wireless family, STM32WL series, you have to think about. Okay, after that the next series is STM32WB. Now this series is specially designed for these protocols. LoRa, okay, LoRa, then Sigfox, and there is actually one more protocol which is supported by this family. I'm actually not sure about that. I will put the text in this video. So if you are dealing with application where you need LoRa or Sigfox, then you should think about this particular controller. In the same way I told you here, in this particular controller you just have to connect the antenna in order to use Bluetooth, Zigbee, or Thread. In the same way, in this family, what you have to do, you just have to connect an external antenna for a particular frequency, and you are ready to go for your application. Okay, so whenever it comes to LoRa and Sigfox, you have to think about STM32WB family. So this family is completely dedicated to the wireless applications. Okay, after that the next one is ultra low power. So whenever it comes to a low power application, or whenever you are designing a system which will be powered by battery, then straight away you should think about this particular family, ultra low power family. And if you see here, the controllers based on different architectures, for example, Cortex M0, then M3, then M4, then M33. Okay, so based on these architectures are available in this particular ultra low power series. Okay, so I told you that with increase in architecture, you are going to get more performance. The operating speed of the controller will be higher. You can see here for Cortex M0 32 megahertz, then for Cortex M3 it's 32 again, and for M4 it's 80 megahertz, then for M33 it's 110 megahertz. So with increase in the Cortex, you are going to get performance and speed, and also you will get the peripherals which are supported, which requires high speed. Okay, so all those peripherals will be available for higher Cortex. So always remember, whenever it comes to low power applications or battery powered application, then you have to think about this low power series. Okay, after that the next series is mainstream. So the controller which belongs to this family, mainstream family, are basically the controller which are used for general purpose applications. Okay, so for general purpose applications, for example, if you have to create a data logger or some simple application, then you should think about this series. Okay, and even if in this series, if you see the controllers from different Cortex like M0, M3, then M4 are available in this particular mainstream family. And I will tell you the difference between a G0 and F0. So basically for general purpose application, we use these three different family, G0, F0 and F1. And the main difference between the F0 and G0 is basically the silicon technology. This F0 controller this is actually new series, G0 series. All the features that are available in this particular series, all those features are also available, or the peripherals are also available in this particular series, G0 series. It's just that this series is designed at different technology, and this series is designed at different technology, and because of that, the power consumption in this particular series has reduced to a significant, a larger extent. Okay, and there are some more additional features they have integrated in this particular series. So these days, if you are thinking about an application which includes F0 series controller, then you can also think about this series for your application, and this will be more more appropriate series for that particular application, because the price of this series will be less compared to this one. Also the power consumption will be less. Along with that, you are going to get all the peripherals which are available in this series. Along with that, some extra peripherals will be there in this particular series. Okay, so that was the difference between F0 and G0. Now, if you see, they have given small note here, optimized for mixed signal application. So these are the G4 series and F3 series. These are the series which are optimized for mixed signal application. So mixed signal means what? The application which includes digital circuit, and also the analog circuit. Okay, so whichever application includes the digital circuit and analog circuit, at that time you can think about that particular application is called as basically the mixed signal application, and at that time you think about these G4 series and F3 series. Why this series is designed for mixed signal application, I will tell you that. This particular series includes a ADC, analog to digital converter, with higher resolution, for example 16-bit. So this series is capable of measuring an analog signal very precisely. Okay, and that's why this series is specially dedicated for this mixed signal application. You won't find the ADC with this much resolution in rest of the controllers. Okay, so along with that, this series also includes the features which are required for digital signal processing applications. For example, FFT, which is very popular, which stands for fast Fourier transform. Along with that, if you are dealing with the audio application, if you have to record the audio or if you have to play the audio, then for that they have provided a separate interface which is called as I2S. This interface is available in this particular series, F3 series. So whenever you are dealing with a mixed signal application, where you should think about G4 or F3 series. And in the same way, the difference that I told you here, all the features which are there in this particular series, all those features are available in this series also. And it's just that the technology which is used to fabricate the microcontroller based on this series and the technology which is used to fabricate the controller based on this series is different, and it has got lower power consumption. Along with that, the price of this series will be less compared to this one. Okay, I hope that you got more clarity here. Now let's come to this high performance series. Now, whenever you have an application where you are dealing with, for example, LCD, I will put the image what LCD I am talking about. So if you are dealing with LCD, then Ethernet, okay, then for example, if you need a media interface like DCMI, digital camera interface, or if you are dealing with HDMI, when you are dealing with this kind of peripherals or application, a high performance application, at that time you should think about this particular series. You will see the clock frequency in this particular series will be the highest compared to the rest of the series. So you will get a controller with a clock rate up to 180 megahertz, 260 megahertz and 240 megahertz. So you won't find this much high frequency for rest of the series in the entire portfolio. So whenever it comes to a high performance application where you are dealing with the LCD, graphical LCD, then Ethernet, or if you are dealing with the camera, then HDMI, then in that case you should think of high performance series. Okay. So in short, again, if I have to tell you, when it comes to wireless application, you should think about this series. Then when it comes to low power application, at that time you should think about this series. Then when it comes to a general purpose application or mixed signal application where you need higher resolution ADC, you have to do DSP related operations like FFT. And if you need audio interface, then you should think about this series. And as I told you, as we discussed right now, that when it comes to an application where you need high performance, high clock rate, and the advanced peripherals like LCD, Ethernet, camera, HDMI, so in that case you should think about this high performance series. I hope that you had a great overview about this this series of STMicroelectronics. Okay, so let's go ahead now. After that, if you see here, I will show you. So this is the microcontroller series. Okay, I will just minimize it for a second. And STMicroelectronics also produces some processor. Actually, I'm not going in detail about this topic. They also produces the processor. They have just kept their step in the processor family. Prior to that, they were not developing the processor. But again, the portfolio of STMicroelectronics and processor is also good. I'll leave it up to you. You can explore this portfolio. Okay, so this is the microcontroller portfolio, and in this microcontroller portfolio, if you see, for high performance microcontroller, there are total quantity is 386. Then for mainstream, the quantity is 418. Then for ultra low power, 356, and for wireless, 29. So with STMicroelectronics, you get really means a huge variety of controller for your specific application. Okay, now I will just expand this high performance MCUs, and if you see, there are different series. Again, F2, F4, F7, H7. Then for mainstream controller, the series are like M0, F1, F3, G0, G4. This series are basically based on the Cortex that is available in that particular controller. For example, if you see here, in this controller, ARM Cortex M0 is there. Architecture is ARM Cortex M0, and the series is F0. Okay, but this is actually not mandatory. Not in every case this will be true. For example, if you see here, M3, there is a Cortex M3 and the series is F1. So sometimes this is actually true. For example, Cortex M4 is there, then the series is F4, then Cortex M7 is there, then series is F7. Okay, then if you see here, Cortex M4 is there, series is L4. So based on the Cortex, most of the time you will find that the same series will be there. But again, this is not actually true every time. Okay, after that, So these are the different series which are available for high performance. These series are available for mainstream. Then these are the series available for ultra low power application. So I will just take you to one of the series. Let's go to this one. Let me expand this one and let's go to this series. So I will just show you what's inside this option. So here they have actually described the main features which are available in this particular series, and another most important thing is this image. So from this image actually you understand that for this particular package what is the memory footprint. So if you see here for this controller STM32F070C6 series controller, the memory size is going to be 32 KB. Means ROM is going to be ROM or flash memory, you can say 32 KB, and RAM it will be 6 KB. So from this image is actually very helpful while selecting a controller. Okay, and for example, let's say in some of the application you are dealing with this particular controller, and now you have to do some kind of advancement in or you are creating a next version of that particular application, and in that case you need a higher footprint of a memory. Then straight away you can check this image, and from this image you will get an idea that which series is more appropriate for the higher version. For example, let's say you were using this STM32F070C6 controller and it had 32 KB flash memory and 6 KB RAM. Then now in next version, if you want a higher memory footprint, then you can go with the 64 KB which is available in STM32F030C8 series controller. Okay, so this is how the portfolio of STMicroelectronics is structured, and I will go to this high performance portfolio, and again I will show you one of the series. So let me go here, and if you see here again they have described the main features which are available in this particular series, and in the end they will give you in each and every series of the controller they have used the same process. They have initially describes the main feature. I'm talking about main feature. Okay, main feature which are available in that particular series controller, and after that they have given this particular image, and from this image you get the idea that for a particular footprint what is the for a particular package what is the memory footprint available. Okay, so now I hope that you had a good idea about the STMicroelectronics controller portfolio, and in next lecture we will see how to select a specific controller for our application. Okay, so alright, so that's what I wanted to tell in this lecture, and I will see you in next lecture now.